Well, let's start with the quarterback position. Brock Purdy's coming off elbow surgery, Tommy John surgery. Um, Obviously, not it's not the recovery is not going to be as long as it would be for a major league pitcher. What's the latest on Brock Purdy? What's your expectation for him and his recovery?
Ahead of schedule by all accounts. Just had the repair, not the replacement, surgery. And so initially they were thinking the 4th week of August he'd be 100% cleared. He's already throwing literally 3 weeks ahead of the time schedule they laid out by the surgeon, not the team, whenever it first happened. So everybody was expecting Trey Lance to probably be in the fold early week 1. That seems to just go down lower and lower each day. This is Brock Purdy's job if he's healthy, and I fully do expect him to be back in time for not training camp. I think he's going to start off on the pup, but the
Yeah.
training camp pump's very different than the pup that happens once the 53 setup. So I would say probably an 85% chance, if I had to put a number on it, that he starts week 1 currently.
I don't think the 49ers have had a normal quarterback situation. I mean, since before they acquired Steve Young.
Yeah.
I mean, even Bill Walsh back in the day was saying, I don't know if it was 100% true, was saying that there was a quarterback competition between Joe Montana and Steve Young. And I look at this saying, well, you're like, it's Brock Purdy's job until it isn't. It was Alex Smith's job until it wasn't. Obviously, different coaching staff, but Kyle Shanahan has never been shy about making a move when a move is needed to be made. So the way I look at it is this. Is there an opportunity for Trey Lance or Sam Darnold to do something in training camp that makes the coaches and the media say, well, okay, now there might be something here? Is there an opportunity for them?
I think we're to the point now. You got to remember, how did Brock Purdy get his job, right?
Right.
Because of the injuries. And,
Mhm.
there's this age-old adage that says you can't lose your job to an injury. If you're in the 49ers organization, that has been incorrect for a long time. So I don't think that Trey or Sam Darnold, whoever, shines in camp, I don't think that's enough. You've got to show it in the regular season. That's where you have to do it. Now, Brock Purdy and his agent, they've been out front. And they understand they do not want to give that opportunity to Trey Lance or Sam Darnold. That's why all the stuff coming out about Purdy is not coming through the 49ers. I think Shanahan and John Lynch want to play it safe a little bit, and let's see what we got in Trey Lance. That's just my own interpretation. But Brock Purdy and his agent are like, nope, 100% not happening. We are not giving anybody that opportunity week 1. So I don't care. I love Trey Lance. I'm a huge Trey Lance guy. I really want to see what he can do. But I don't think anything matters unless you see what happens in a regular season game. And I would say this, probably thankfully for the 49ers history, no matter who gets that quarterback job week 1, we're going to be seeing a couple guys under center this year.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Brock Purdy, obviously not the most physically gifted guy. It's why he lasted to Mr. Irrelevant. Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't think anybody would consider the most physically gifted guy. But there was something about Brock Purdy that where he played better than Jimmy Garoppolo. What does he do that maybe a Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't do? What does he do that maybe a Trey Lance can't do? And why does that work within the context of the 49ers offense?
The biggest hindrance to Jimmy Garoppolo's tenure as a 49ers quarterback, and it was positive, not trying to throw shade at
He went
Jimmy.
to a Super Bowl, by the way.
He was incredible. However, never learned to throw the ball away. He would take so many unnecessary hits, and he didn't like to check it down too well. Now, that changed once CMC arrived, but when Brock Purdy stepped in, he did both of those facets better. And so the check down, which used to be a bad thing, especially when Jimmy Garoppolo played, just because he would never do it and didn't seem like he wanted to, Brock Purdy had no issues whatsoever. And when you're checking down to Debo and CMC and George Kittle over and over and over again, guess what? Those are going to turn into high efficiency plays despite being on your 3rd or 4th option in the passing attack on that play. So Brock has truly become just the John Stockton of the 49ers quarterbacks in a way that Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't. And I think that's huge because you said it earlier. Purdy outplayed Garoppolo. His first 8 games are better than any 8 games in Jimmy Garoppolo's entire career combined.
Yeah.
So Purdy, they averaged 30 points a game when that kid stepped under center. It's going to be a fun year. It really, really is because you're returning all the skill. Offensive lines, pretty much 4 out of 5 starters are the same. Right tackle's a little bit of an issue, but they're pretty happy with what they have there. I do not see this offense taking a huge step back from what they did last year.